Hey, what is up everybody, Chuck here, and welcome to today's Pokemon Go video. Hope you guys are all having an awesome weekend. We're going to be counting down the top 10 rarest sightings that you guys have sent in over the past week. But before we do that, I wanted to give a quick shout out to Bill. Now, every once in a while, I'll have somebody message me on Instagram and they'll say, hey Chuck, I'm going to do something really crazy if you reply back and tell me to do it. So every once in a while, I'll reply back and be like, okay, do it. They never do it. Bill did it.
Guys, it's Bill the man, and I'm going to crack an egg over my head because I told you I would.
So huge shout out to Bill for cracking an egg over his head. Now, I don't recommend you guys do anything crazy for me to be featured in the video, and definitely don't do anything illegal. I don't want to get in trouble, and I don't want you to get in trouble. On to the countdown. We're going to kick it off at number 10 with a sighting sent in by Timmy over on Twitter, and he ran into a Sudowoodo, a Heracross, a Mantine, and a Venusaur. Now, it seems like every week we have more and more sightings of Pokemon that are not at Pokestops, and it really makes you wonder, are we missing a whole bunch of rare Pokemon by not having the original tracker, by not being able to see what's nearby that isn't at a Pokestop? I think we are. Anyways, Timmy, congratulations on making the countdown. On to number 9. Now, I believe this sighting was courtesy of the water event, although I may be incorrect on that. Either way, we need a new event. So if you guys have any suggestions that you think we should have for a future event, leave a comment below. I may make a video on it in the future. But here it is, a Poliwrath, an Aerodactyl, and a Cloyster. A couple fully evolved Pokemon and an Aerodactyl, which is still extremely rare to find in the wild. And judging by the Pokemon here, it definitely looks like a water biome, because water biomes seem to have a lot of water Pokemon, electric Pokemon, fighting Pokemon, fossil Pokemon. Meanwhile, every other biome, we have ground Pokemon. So that's really cool. Anyways, thank you very much, Eric. Now, moving on to number 8, we got a sighting that features a whole bunch of varieties sent in by Nathaniel. He's got 2 different starter Pokemon, a Kingler, a Kangaskhan, a Wobbuffet, and of course a Dragonite. Now this made me wonder, I haven't seen a Tauros since Generation 2 was released, so I don't know if Tauros is out there still. Did they disappear? Now on to number 7, and we've got a sighting that features the best Pokemon in the game. And whenever you run into the best Pokemon in the game in the wild, you're probably going to make the countdown. When you've got a couple other cool Pokemon alongside it, you're definitely in. And Parth had exactly that. He ran into not only a Wobbuffet outside of a Wobbuffet nest, it looks like, in addition to a Wartortle and, of course, a Tyranitar. Parth, I appreciate you sending that one in. Thank you very much. By the way, everybody watching this right now, if you have ears or eyes, quick, give this video a thumbs up. We're gonna smash 3,000 once again. I know we can do it because you guys are awesome. And at number 6, we've got a sighting sent in by Nick, and it is basically like if the Halloween event and the Water Festival event had a baby, this is what would happen. Nick ran into a Crobat, a Haunter, a Marill, a Wooper, a Seadra, and a Feraligatr. Now, I don't know about you guys, but seeing any Ghastly evolutions after the Halloween event has been really rare for me. So to find a Haunter and a Crobat and a Seadra and a Feraligatr, awesome sight. Now moving on to number 5, and in case you guys missed Thursday's video, we had a sighting in it that featured a Dragonite that had spawned off of an instance, and it made me wonder, and I asked you guys to send in your sightings of rare Pokemon that you have had spawn off incense. But I had no idea that some people got this lucky. First up, we've got Reed, who immediately after popping an incense had a wild Charizard spawn. Absolutely unfair, but believe me, it gets even crazier because Reed also had a wild Gyarados. It looks like this probably spawned during the water event, so I wonder if events have something to do with incense spawns. Regardless, both very cool. We're not done. Timmy had a wild Snorlax spawn off of an incense, but of course, that's not all. He also had a Blastoise. How are you guys getting so lucky? I could pop an incense right now. You know what? Hold on. All right, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna pop an incense just to see if I can get as lucky as everybody in this video. So we're gonna pop it. I want everybody to leave a guess as to what you think is gonna spawn first off of my incense. I'm just gonna spawn it in right here. We just used our incense. We're just gonna hold our phone right here on the side. Nothing. I get nothing. Nothing spawns in. But if you thought that was as good as it got, you're wrong, because Sebastian during the water event had a wild Lapras spawn in from his incense, and this is really making me wonder if rare Pokemon spawn more frequently during in-game events. And my first Pokemon from my incense was a Snubbull, but it despawned because I'm making a video, so I didn't even get to catch it, so pointless. By the way, is it possible to have an unknown spawn in from incense? Moving on to number 4, and I apologize in advance, whoever sent this sighting in, I don't have your name. I forgot to screenshot the name of your Instagram profile, so if it's you, let me know. I will gladly pin your comment or something like that. But sent in by question mark, he ran into not one, but 2 wild Togetix in the same park at the same Pokestop. And to be honest, this probably deserves number 1. However, you're going to see that the top 3 are also very incredible, but I didn't want to give the number 1 spot to somebody who I didn't know their name. So congratulations. Just off the top of my head, that would take like 200 Pokeballs to catch those 2 Togeticks. So rest in peace, bag storage. But very, very cool. I've actually never seen a wild Togetick, so that's awesome. On to number 3. In this sighting right here will literally make you wonder why you play this game. Sent in by Mickey, he had this incredible sighting of a Quagsire, a Hitmonchan, an Aerodactyl, and the best Pokemon in the game, a Tyranitar. To find any of those Pokemon in the wild, you're lucky. To find 4 of them at one time, I give up. But that, my friends, is not even the best that we have this week. And this next sighting is really gonna make you wonder, what could Chuck be hiding behind number 1? Number 1 must be incredible if number 2 features this from Tyler, a Croconaw, a Tentacruel, and 2 Lapras at Starbucks Pokestops. Now this made me wonder, so there's likely more than one Pokestop that's holding all of these rare Pokemon hostage, but regardless, Tyler, that is some incredible stuff. And really, that water event, I didn't think I was gonna miss it as much as I do now. Honestly, right when the event ended and all of the sightings switched over to regular Pokemon and I looked at my phone, I was like, why do they do this to us? Hold up, we just got another spawn in from our instance. Guess what it is? Oh my god. The best Pokemon in the game. Check this out. I don't know if you can see it, but it's a legendary Sentret. At number 1, we have a sighting that will go down in history as one of the best of all time. Definitely one of the best from Generation 2, because it features the absolute, without a doubt, rarest Pokemon in the game. And also, you remember that sighting we just showed you? Yeah, one of those as well. Sent in by Milan at number 1. He was tracking down an unknown, and out of absolutely nowhere, a wild Lapras spawned in on top of him. 2 of the Pokemon that I have had the most trouble finding in the wild, and you found them literally at one time at the same spot. How is it? What? Milan, congratulations on the number 1 spot. That is definitely deserving of number 1. Thank you everybody who sent in your sightings on Twitter and Instagram. Remember, if you would like to be on the next countdown, all you have to do is send me a screenshot on Twitter or Instagram. By the way, I'm going to be following a bunch of you guys back who follow me on Twitter and tweet at me saying, I love trucks. So get on it. You might get a follow back. I love you all. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe. If you're not new here, make sure to tell your friends, your family, your pillows, your carpets about my channel because they might enjoy it. I love you guys. Take it easy.